Mike of Mike's Bags. Today I'm reviewing the Pure L by Stuff Cornhole. Let's go and dive in, break these bags down. As always, start with materials. Slow side, this is a herringbone carpet. It's the most popular of those herringbone carpet materials out there. It's the same slow side as you find on the slow side of the NOLA moccasins, the swag bags, Wicked, and Maniac, the Brotherhood Valor Wingman, the True Cornhole Go-To, the Big D Bandit Queen, the BG Wizard, Wizard L. I can go on a long list of bags that use this. If you've thrown a herringbone carpet, it's probably this material. Speed-wise, I call it a 5-speed. But every time I review this material, I talk about how you can manipulate the speed. And if you've watched any of my other herringbone carpet bag reviews, you've heard me say this. I say it all the time, but I'm going to say it again just in case you haven't. Brand new, it plays like a 5.5, 6-speed. If you like it to play faster, keep it clean. Wash it, keep all that dirt and grime out of it, keep it as clean as you can. Buy a fabric shaver, shave it down every now and then, keep it smooth, don't let it fuzz up. It'll stay kind of that 5.5, 6-speed range. If you want it to play slower, get it dirty, get it roughed up, let it fuzz up, go outdoors and throw it on the gravel, the concrete, the asphalt, the grass, the dirt. Let it get dirty, let it get sweat, let it get grime in there, let it fuzz up and get really frizzy. It'll play like a 3.5, 4-speed. Most people, if you play indoors, clean surfaces, you throw on pitch pads, whatever, it's going to kind of get about that 5-speed, and that's where it settles to. That's why I call it a 5. But it is a material you can manipulate to play how you want to, depending on your preference of play style for these bags. So it's a wonderful control material as well. But one reason why it's so popular is because you can manipulate it and do a lot of things with it. It's great for playing dirty style games or throwing blockers up there. You can put them where you want. It's great for shot shaping, cuts, rolls, flops, does all that really well. I'll get more into that when I get into playability. So 5-speed and slow side here. Fast side, this is that Pro Sniper Viper fast side material. 9-speed, it's fast. It's great for pushing those blockers, those level 2, level 3 blockers all the way up into the hole. It's wonderful for bullying bags out of the way. It's great for kind of dealing with messes and piles and congestion around the hole. It handles it really well. So 5-speed slow side, 9-speed fast side for these Pure L's. Template wise, it's a medium template bag. This bag has a medium amount of fill in there, even though it's an L version. The L stands for light. This is a lighter version than the regular version of the Pure bag. So I went on Stuff's website and read the description here because I weighed these bags. These bags weigh 15.8 ounces, and Stuff has the light is a 15.8, the L is a 15.8, the regular is a 16, and the H or the heavy is a 16.2. So it's only 0.2 of an ounce difference between the weight. So it's not a huge difference. Picking these bags up, if I didn't see the L on there, I would have never guessed this was an L version of the bag. It feels normal, has no amount of weight to it. In fact, most bags out there, most bag companies, their regular bags are closer to that 15.8 than they are 16. So between 15.8 and 16 is kind of the normal weight range for regular bags. So this being a 15.8, for a lot of you, you're going to pick this up, you're not going to feel the difference. But it is a little bit lighter, which means a little less fill, a little looser than the regular version of the Pure from Stuff. And if you like a fuller bag, you probably want to go with the H version because that's going to be a little bit fuller, a little more fill in there. But medium amount of fill in this bag, so it does have flop to it. It is not overly floppy, but this L version does give you a little extra flop over the other two versions, and it gives the bag a little more forgiveness. Flop helps with reducing kick. It also helps with the bag being more forgiving around the hole. So if you don't throw flat, if you have a hard time getting that bag flat, your bag's come with a tilt or an angle to them consistently every time you throw. A herringbone carpet is really bad about kicking. It will kick on you if you're not flat. By giving this bag more flop, you give it more forgiveness, you reduce a lot of that kick. And then around the hole, the forgiveness, because you have a little extra flop, this bag is great about kind of dipping that corner in, grabbing up the hole and pulling the bag back or keeping the bag in play. Fuller bags tend to want to skip over the side of the hole. Floppier bags tend to grab better. So if you struggle with consistency, you're missing your mark a little left or right, you're kind of all over the place when you're throwing a floppier bag, it's going to help make up for kind of cover up that mistake. So it'll still kind of, that corner still dip in and grab and keep the bag in play. If it doesn't drip in, it hangs there. Next bag can come in, collect that bag. So this Pure L does that really well. So it's forgiving on the landing as well as forgiving around the hole. The fill in here is a mixed fill. I really like the fill. It's smaller fill, it feels like. So it's not like big, chunky, clunky beads. It's a smaller fill, gives the bag a really nice hand feel. And honestly, when these two materials break in, they soften up really nicely. And this bag just has a really nice, soft feel to it. One thing I didn't mention as well is on the inside of this herringbone carpet, there is a nice little liner here. I think just about every company now puts some sort of liner or backing on their herringbone carpet. If you don't, the material will tend to stretch and usually get it to split a lot of times. So a lot of companies will use some sort of liner or backing on there. This one is a little bit, is one of those what I would call a performance liner. It has a little bit of a slicker feel to it, which will aid in that hole firmness, right? A lot of times fill will get caught up in the carpets or the slow sides of the bag. So the inside are just as rough a lot of times as the outside of the bag. So if you get a bag hanging up there, fill will get caught without a liner. But when you put put a liner in there, a slick liner, it helps that fill kind of, it reduces the friction. So the fill doesn't get hung up in the material, and it allows it to kind of drip in. So this bag does a really good job of dripping in the hole, especially for being a herringbone carpet bag. One of the other knocks on the herringbone carpet besides the kick is that it isn't always that hole friendly. But by adding that liner on the inside and having a mixed fill, this bag does a pretty good job of dripping in the hole. You're going to get some bags that hang on there. That's part of the nature of having a control bag. Anytime you have a bag that has some stick to it, has some control to it, you're going to have some issues with bags hanging up on the hole. Not a knock. This bag does it. For being a herringbone carpet, I was really impressed at how well this bag does drip in the hole. These bags are also ACL stamps. We play in the ACL. You can throw the pure L. Let's jump in and talk more about playability, as I've already kind of covered a bunch of it. But this is a bag, to me, this bag is really better designed for that control style player. If you like to run bags in the hole, you can do that with this bag, and you can have success. It's probably not the best bag. I wouldn't consider herringbone carpet the best material for hole runners. It just isn't, but it's a wonderful material for control. So if you like to play a dirty style game, or you're playing against an opponent who plays a dirty style game, whatever, if you're having to deal with bags in front of the hole, bags around the hole, blockers, or like that, herringbone carpet is one of the best materials for that. So you've got the ability in the control to throw blockers and put them wherever you want on the board, level 2, level 3, wherever you want. You can put your blockers. You can get aggressive, put them on your opponent's side. Because the bags aren't super floppy, they have flop, they're super floppy. Collectability, probably come in slick side. You can kind of clip that corner, right? And you can just catch it and pull that bag in. So it does a really good job of collecting, which means get aggressive. Put that bag really over in your opponent's side, knowing you can just come down the middle and clip it and take it in. If you get too aggressive and go too far over, you've got the ability to throw a cut, come across, grab it, and pull it in. The shot shape in this bag is really well. Like if you're average to advanced or elite in shot shaping, you can cut, roll, flop this bag, no problem whatsoever. If you're learning, it's maybe not the easiest bag to learn, but it's not a hard bag. I had no problem throwing some really nice aggressive cuts to this bag. I'm not a rollback thrower. I've been working on some, but I really didn't try it much with this bag. But it's definitely a bag that you can shot shape with. It's got enough movement in the fill here, enough bounce in this fill that it's pretty easy on the shot shaping side. And there's enough grip on this herringbone carpet. It grabs that board, so it really makes it easy to manipulate the bag. And on the fill as well, I mentioned the hand feel, but also when I grip this bag, if you use a butterfly grip, you've got enough fill. You lock the bag down, complete control. It's no movement, it's not flopping, which means when you throw the bag, you can really control how it comes out of your hand. Looser, floppier bags really will move around, which means you have less control of how they come out. This Purell, I had no problems. I had complete control, which means I get that bag. I can manipulate the bag to get it to do exactly what I want it to do, which makes it great for playing against an opponent who throws a dirty style game. When they throw the blocker up there, I've got the ability to pull my bag out and throw cuts, cut around it, or even throw a reverse cut, come around the other side and cut around, or even play the get around game. I can go fast side, bully their bag out of the way. I've got plenty of options with these Purells that it really gives me the ability to leave their blockers there and put my bag in the hole and make them work to collect it. It also gives me the confidence to throw blockers on my own, knowing that I have the ability to go get them and collect them when I need to if my opponent doesn't do that for me. So it's a really fun bag to throw for that control style player. If you like throwing a dirty style game, or if you play against players who put bags in the way and on the board, and you're always having to deal with other bags around the hole, this Purell does a great job of dealing with that and still getting in the hole. Definitely check them out. Leads me into availability. Stuff has a website, stuffcornhole.com. As always, there's a link down the description for you guys. The bags were $80 for a set, and it was like I think $9.60 shipping, so just under $90 shipped to you. Kind of that mid-price point for an ACL stand bag. Well worth it. I really enjoy throwing these bags. I think they're great bags. If you've thrown these, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below, especially if you've thrown the L's or the H's, the R's. If you've thrown multiple different variations, I'd love to know which version you prefer the best, and maybe even why you like that version. As always, I thank you guys so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.